The ground in Fire Valley groaned with a deep, rhythmic thrum that rattled the teeth of every living creature. Rexy, a small green dinosaur, dug his claws into the parched dirt as the horizon turned a bruised, smoky orange. The volcano, dormant for centuries, spat a plume of thick ash that blotted out the stars. Panic surged through the forest. Animals stampeded toward the valley edge, their desperate cries lost in the thunderous roar of shifting tectonic plates. Rexy stood his ground, watching the molten river carve a path through the trees. "We have to stop the volcano," he shouted, though his voice was barely a whisper against the mountain's fury. From the shadows of the tall grass, a black snake emerged. His scales shimmered like oil, and his golden eyes fixed on the mountain. A rabbit shrieked in terror. "Stay away! Snakes only bring danger!" The crowd recoiled, but the snake, Slith, simply lowered his head, ignoring the hostility. "I know the secret tunnels beneath the volcano," he said, his voice steady and calm. Rexy stepped forward, placing himself between the trembling rabbit and the serpent. He looked into Slith's eyes and saw no malice, only determination. "If he wants to help, we should trust him," Rexy declared. Despite the whispers of doubt, the dinosaur and the snake plunged together into the dark fissure at the mountain's base. Inside the mountain, the air was a literal furnace. Lava dripped from jagged stalactites, hissing like angry spirits as it hit the floor. The ground buckled, throwing them against the rough cave walls. They reached the core, where a giant crystal egg pulsed with a dying, flickering light. Suddenly, a rush of wind extinguished the nearby flames. A phoenix named Pyra descended from the smoke, her wings shedding golden sparks. "I am Pyra," she declared. "This is the heart egg. It is losing its power, and the mountain is dying with it." Rexy shielded his eyes from the glare. "How do we save it?" he asked. "Courage, trust, and teamwork," Pyra replied. The ceiling groaned and began to cave in without warning. Boulders the size of ancient trees crashed down, blocking their only path. Slith acted instantly, coiling his massive, muscular body around Rexy, taking the brunt of the falling debris to protect his new friend. Pyra grabbed the heart egg with her talons, straining as she flew toward the volcano's vent. Rexy scrambled up the crumbling slope, but the ledge beneath him shattered into dust. As he slid toward the boiling lava, Slith whipped his tail out, snagging Rexy by the leg and hauling him back to safety. "Together," Rexy grunted. They reached the summit, just as the mountain prepared for its final explosion. Pyra hovered over the crater, holding the egg high. With a unified push, they sent the egg into the heart of the mountain. Pyra unleashed a torrent of magical fire into the crystal. A blinding golden shockwave rippled outward, freezing the lava in its tracks and turning the fire into stone. The mountain fell into a sudden, holy silence. The sky cleared. The rabbit whispered to Slith, "We were wrong." Slith smiled. "Sometimes, the creatures people fear the most are the ones who save them." A legend was born, etched forever in the stones of the valley.